Joe Harper is here. He's got a bullet in his neck. Stugotz is strapped up to. He's got things around his chest. He's got a blood pressure machine around his arm. He's got sensors on his fingers. Joe, give us an update on what it is. All this stuff that is on Stugotz. What's it measuring?
Okay, what the polygraph measures is 3 basic areas of your physiology. The first one, the attachments on the chest, those are to measure respiration.
Okay.
While you're breathing, and when someone lies, all the smooth muscles around the lungs and the heart contract to protect you. These are features that have been with human beings for 500,000 years, defense mechanisms.
Right.
So when you're threatened, especially with a question, or it could be a lion at the cave door, your body goes into a defensive mode. Now, what happens in respiration, like I said, is the muscles contract around your heart and lungs to protect you. You think you're inhaling the same volume of air, but you're not. So that's identifiable and recordable at that point. So that's one feature of polygraph.
The fingers. What's on his fingers?
Fingertip attachments are the electrodermal response. That's very interesting and very much relevant.
Yeah.
What happens when you're threatened, your skin, your armor, the largest organ in your body, contracts. At that point, when your skin contracts, moisture is emitted from your fingertips. That's recordable on a polygraph. That moisture is designed, they theorize, over the last 500,000 years to protect you from the sense of being able to grab trees and limbs and rocks and bushes to run if you're threatened. That's the fight-flight holding mechanism. You're able to hold on to things better if your hands are wet, like a baseball. Even the soldiers at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier have wet gloves, so they're able to hold on to that gun at all times. Your fingers are that's identifiable in polygraph.
And the arm?
Moisture. The arm cuff, people think it's blood pressure, but it's really not. When you're threatened, your heart starts to race. The reason your heart starts to race is to move the blood to the core. You don't need blood in your face and your hands and your legs. You need the blood around the vital organs to blunt force trauma. And the body is designed to do all these things for you. That's why you see people who are threatened sometimes faint from that blood transfer. When they're threatened, they just pass out. Or they turn pale. And
can we do that, please? I would like Stugotz to pass out because of the intensity of your intimidation. Let's get started here.
So you got a good basis of what we're looking for.
Yes, we have got a scientific study.
Evaluation.
Yes.
So we're doing 55 questions, and we're sprinkling them 55 questions.
Let's see how it goes. Let's start here with our first
question. Let me get
question.
in a relaxed position here, because this is a breeze.
All right, let's go. This is Joe Harper.
Big Joe Harper.
We've been collecting these lies for the better part of a year of collected lies. Go ahead, Joe. What is your first question for Stugotz?
All right, the first question is, did you really douse yourself with gasoline after leaving a strip club?
Yes.
Bad answer. No, he never did that. I would recommend getting hosed down instead.
What happened? What, already a lie? Why would you lie about that?
You've been telling that lie for years.
That's what the thing is, though. He believes his own lies. Stugotz comes to believe his own lies.
Listen, believe what you want. Believe the lie detector machine. Believe what you want. I'm telling you, I have doused myself with gasoline on the way home from a strip club.
Are you a smoker?
In order to get the smell off him. That does sound something like Stugotz would do. Forget that he's smoking a cigarette while dousing himself with gasoline so he doesn't get in trouble at home.
Man.
Gets the stripper scent off him.
Hose yourself down.
Give us another question, Joe Harper.
Sound experienced, Joe.
Did you really confront the Russian dealer on your cruise ship for not being friendly when taking your money?
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, I called him the assassin. Yeah,
You're a bad man,
Yeah,
too.
he took all my money, man.
Tough
that
guy.
And did it without smiling, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
have a habit of doing that.
Yeah.
Third question from Joe Harper.
Do you enjoy doing the show more when Dan is out?
Let me hear that again, Joe, real quick. Just I wasn't
like a
clear on the
spelling
question.
bee.
So I
Like
can
a spelling
replicate
bee
my
question.
breathing.
Can you use it in a
Hold on.
sentence?
It's going to need another one here, right?
Gotta-
Do you enjoy doing the show more when Dan is out?
No.
Bad answer.
Oh, come on. on! Come on! I mean, when Dominique's here,
What? When Dominique's here, what?
I enjoy it as much. But nothing is as good as what you and I have.
Lies.
Nothing.
Lies.
Man, that's not true. I have to work more,
Joe
man.
Harper's pulling on his collar, but you get more attention. You get to be the star.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you enjoy doing the show more with Mike Golick Jr. than when doing it with Dan?
I can't answer this without offending someone. Big Joe Harper.
Answer the question. Do you enjoy doing it more with Mike Golick than with me?
No.
We're not doing very good today. We're not doing...
Oh, man. I mean, it is Sunday morning. I just have to walk downstairs. It's an easier commute. It's not as much about Golick Jr. as it is. It's just 17 steps.
Liar!
All right, all right.
Joe Harper, what's the next question?
man.
All right. Were you telling the truth back in October when you said you had recently eaten a hot dog for dinner at a gas station? Taking your life in your hands.
Was I telling the truth? Yes, I was telling the truth.
You must have been very hungry because that's the truth.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yes, yes. It was a good
Just
dog.
enough truth sprinkled in to realize that he's lying about everything else.
Just stay away from the gas station sushi. That's,
Dan, are you hurt by any of this, or are we good? or-
Yes, very wounded.
Oh, sorry.
Joe Harper, what else you got?
all right. Do you watch the WNBA like you claimed?
I love fundamentals. Yes, I do.
Not even close.
Oh, man. I just said that like 2 days ago, man.
Let's close out with two more here,
Two
Joe.
more, Joe.
right,
Two more. Are Sundays really the designated sex night in the Wiener household?
Yes.
It's truthful. Yes.
Yes!
Sunday, Sunday.
Unfortunately, yes.
Sunday.
Unfortunately.
This machine is good.
Oh, man.
Who else, baby? Who else is in the club?
All right, the last question. In every hour-long phone call you have had with Mike, just complaining about Dan? Is every hour-long phone call?
Is every hour-long phone call that you have with me, Stugotz, just you complaining about Dan?
That's right.
Like, that's all I'm doing?
Yes. Is every hour-long phone call that you have just complaining about?
I mean, we talk about a lot of things, dinner plans that I'm never going to follow through on. No.
Bad answer.
Ah! The whole hour?
The lie detector, Joe Harper, with us on ESPN Radio. He's got important stuff to do after this, but not as important as this. He's got to go interview a murderer after this. Less important work. Now he's got Stugotz strapped up, fingers, chest, arms, everything. We continue with the lie detector.
Suspected murderer, Dan.
Suspected murderer. I'm sorry. Alleged murderer.
Possible.
Possible murder.
All this stuff is a tad more snug than it was a year ago, man. I have put on, I'm telling you, like 40 pounds since the last time we
All
did
right.
this.
So, Joe Harper, what is your first question in this segment to Stugotz?
All right, Stunad. You said 15 minutes ago you were buying lunch for everyone. Is that true?
Yes.
No, it's not.
I
mean,
Lunch, you told Joe Harper lunch was on you 15 minutes ago.
For
It is
everyone.
not on you. It's
Yeah.
a lie. It's insincere. What
Well,
else?
I'm buying lunch for everyone but Joe Harper.
Right, there you go.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
What else you got there, Joe?
All right. Do you think that Dan is ruining your career?
No.
Joe, you found that funny, didn't you?
Well, I was wondering if you had a career, didn't you?
How about you just stick to the lie detector questions, all right? Don't need the commentary
Leave
from
the
you, all right?
jokes to us.
Big Joe Harper. What was the question, Joe?
All right. Do you think that Dan is ruining your career?
No.
That's truthful.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at
Good
that. I
job.
buy that.
Wipe
Truthful.
some sweat off here. Hold on.
Well, not yet anyway.
Not yet.
He has made my career.
All right. Did the shipping containers bat mitzvah invitations really get lost in the mail?
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes.
I've heard
Well,
that
the
before.
machine just laughed. The machine
Yes.
just laughed. I heard
Yes.
that wasn't Joe Harper laughing. That was the
Yes.
machine laughing.
All right, that's a major lie there.
A
man.
major lie.
Are you kidding me? I
A
just got
major
Guillermo's
lie.
back the other day.
A major lie.
Yeah.
Okay, I believe you.
Love you,
right,
guys.
right, right. Okay. Is it true that you haven't read the New York Post article about your rant against Cowherd and Whitlock?
Oh, you said you didn't read that. That is such a lie.
Did I really say that?
Is it true?
I mean, it's framed in my office right now. Yes, that's true.
Yeah, frame and all. He's telling the truth.
Yeah. I don't read, man. Even when it's about me. I know what I said. I didn't have to read it. I was there. I
He's
said it.
telling the truth. He
Yes.
didn't read it. He framed it but didn't read it. Amazing. Always a surprise when it's the truth, right? Always a
Always.
huge upset
Yeah,
when any
yeah.
one of them is the truth. Joe, what else you got there?
Okay, would you actually show up to a Stugotz Day in Sioux Falls?
I mean, there are a series of demands they need to meet
Just
that I've
answer the
made.
question's
Private
gotta be
jets.
yes
I
or
want some
no,
money.
right? The
I mean, no one's
question-
offered money.
The question
Would you actually show up to a Stugotz Day in Sioux Falls? I mean, it's not like everyday people invite you.
Right. Key to the city.
is there a circumstance under which you would show up to?
Yeah.
As long as it's in the summer, right?
Yeah.
That's truthful.
All right.
Truthful.
Yeah, he'll show up.
Truthful from
I mean-
Stugotz. It's much less fun when the machine confirms that he's telling the truth.
This is a good batch. I'm on a good run right now.
Okay.
What do you got, Joe?
Does your baseball fantasy league really pay out somewhere between $75,000 and $100,000?
Prefer we kept that off national radio. Yes, it does. Yes.
You must have read the instructions wrong. That's not truthful.
Not truthful! Liar! Lies! Lies! Lies!
I mean, yeah, whatever.
It's more.
Faulty machine.
Oh boy, this is.
My fingers weren't on the table for that one, actually. Now
That's
that I'm
okay.
thinking about it. You want to
As
try to
long
ask me
as
that
you
one
know.
again? The fingers weren't on the
No,
table.
ask him another question. That one has been proven to be a lie.
100 grand for
200,000, yeah.
fantasy.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Yeah, right.
200 grand.
Oh, 200. No, it's might as well be $1 million while you're at it. All right. Have people ever told you that you look like George Clooney?
Today of all days with this question.
I mean,
Today of all days. Yes, they have. Yes. Yes.
really? Nobody on this planet.
Liar!
man.
Filled with lies!
Come on.
Doesn't look anything like George Clooney. What a fraudulent, bogus claim. Why would anyone say that to you? Last question from this batch.
Okay. Have you really ever heard Jim Rome say the Super Bowl doesn't start until he gets there?
Yes, I've actually heard Jim Rome say that.
You've ever heard him say that? This is great if it's not a lie.
That's truthful.
Yes.
Yes!
I
it
was
shows-
sitting right there. Fudge Brown was with him. I was sitting right there. He said it. He said it.
So Stugotz is not a liar about that, but Jim Rome is an ego monster, so it's a win for
There's a
us.
flash right there.
I think we got time for one more, Joe.
All right.
One more, Joe.
Does it bother you that Dan has 2 Sports Center appearances a week and you only have 1?
Nah, I'm good with it, man. He deserves it. He's the big star of the show.
Oh, double lie.
Oh,
man.
Oh, the thing, the machine.
I felt a little zap on that one.
Oh, man. Bang, bang.
It's like a zzz, zzz. Yeah.
One right after the other.
Doesn't
Bang,
even
bang.
have electricity. It's electrocuting him. One more. We got time for one more here before the end of the segment. Do you have
Remember-
another one or you're out of
I'm
question?
out of question.
Oh, you're out of questions.
All right,
okay.
we'll come back
I was going
then.
to say, remember, lunch is on me, Joe. Take it easy
Proved
on
that
me.
wasn't true.
Yeah.
So, wow. So it was proven to be a lie. Stugotz said it doesn't bother him that I'm on SportsCenter twice a week and he's only on once. But then he also said Dan's the big star, and that's when Joe said, "Ooh, look, the rare double lie, it's like
double
a double
whammy.
rainbow."
I should only answer what's asked, I feel like. I should.
You're only getting yourself into more trouble,
He's like,
man.
"Oh, look, bonus." But Joe was all happy, like, "Look, bonus lies." I asked him one question, just expecting. That's how he gets to minus. Right. That's how he gets to minus 23. Right, where you expect him to
Oh.
just lie once, but he's lying at maximum efficiency.
We're heading that way.
All right.
Are we?
-14 so far.
We're at a -14.
Yeah, man.
Oh
Wow,
my
the
God.
worst Joe Harper's ever seen is a -23 by O.J. Simpson, who's coming up for parole next month. Congratulations on the company you're keeping, Stugotz.
I mean, I'm Darren Williams.
O.J. Simpson.
That information about OJ was in Kardashian's book, so he spoke highly about that.
Okay, so yeah, he was mad about that, was he, in the Kardashians book? All right, so Joe Harper, let's do this right now.
Okay.
Joe Harper, some more questions. We got another batch of questions for Stugotz Lies. He has an alleged murder on the docket today. He's got to go do that after this. He's got a bullet in his neck. Yeah, I mean, you do. You have a bullet in your neck. You're a longtime Miami police officer.
So the murderer, the second worst person on his docket
That's right,
today?
the second most contaminated, corrupt person on the docket today. What is your next question for Stugotz?
Okay, Stunad, did you really once accidentally drink hydrogen peroxide from a shot glass in college?
Yes.
What college?
Clark University.
Never happened.
Never happened.
I don't
I'm
care what
telling
you
you,
say.
I think what happens with Stugotz is he believes his own lies. I think that's what ends up happening. I believe that the machine tells no lies,
Whatever.
only Stugotz does.
My hand was not, again, and I'm being serious here because I was adjusting some things. I was trying to find this piece of paper. I shouldn't say I was adjusting some things. Would you ask me that again with my hand on the table, Joe? Because my full hand is on the table. And you told me it was important before we started to have all fingers on the table, and now they are.
Did you really once accidentally drink hydrogen peroxide from a shot glass in college?
Yes.
Even stronger. Lie.
Oh, my God.
Even a stronger lie.
Man.
The lie got stronger. Go ahead. What else do you have?
All
Get a
right,
new
here's
machine.
here's a compelling question. Did you fart on November 15th in the studio when Dan wondered who farted?
I remember the fart. I remember smelling the fart. I remember discussing the fart with Dan,
Just yes or no.
but I did not fart. I did not fart.
It was silent but deadly. He didn't realize it.
Oh,
He's
look
not
at
telling
that.
the
Joe
truth.
Harper says that it was silent but deadly.
I did not fart.
I mean, you
Lie? Lie?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Whoa,
definitely.
come on,
Big lie.
Stugotz. Stop farting in the studio.
big lie.
Man, I'm the first one to admit, like, I'm.
You've never admitted it. I don't think you've ever.
Whoever
admitted it.
denied it supplied it.
I don't think in 14 years you've ever actually admitted it.
That's because I've never farted.
Okay. All right, here we go. Did you really once find money in an ATM card at the ATM and actually return it to the bank?
Yes.
I had a first true one today.
Look at that.
Nice,
Segment.
A
nice.
money-related truth. A big upset right there.
He's afraid of the cameras watching him.
Yes, that's probably true. You're probably right.
You're shocked by that one, huh?
I am. I'm surprised you didn't put that right in your pocket and spend it.
He'd be on the 6 o'clock news.
Gamble it somewhere. Put it on the Hawks. What do you got? What else you got, Joe?
Okay, on February 17th, did you really have a lengthy conversation with the guy who gave you the Mutumbo finger while in the traffic jam on I-95?
I praised him. It was a move I had never seen before. I said, good job. I was trying to cut him off. He gave me the Mutumbo finger, and I told him that's a good job, and I'm going to steal that move. Yes.
Well, show the audience the Mutumbo.
Hold on. It's this.
Okay.
The
It's this.
Mutumbo
The Mutumbo
finger
finger.
wag.
Yes, I did. I said that to him. Yes.
Joe's producing now. Look at that.
Yeah, I do it all. And he's telling the truth on that one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
The truth has been told. Not as fun.
But at least it was the forefinger. that was coming out.
That's right. It was only the forefinger that time. What else you got, Joe?
Okay. Did you really threaten 17-year-old boys for trying to hang out with your daughters on your cruise?
Yes.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah,
That's
defending
one
bad.
of those. That's one of those where the truth is actually worse than telling a lie.
That's right. That's right. What else you got, Joe?
All right, did you really once work out with Ken Jeong?
Yes. Calabasas, California.
Yes, he did.
I did. I wasn't working out
You
with
didn't
Ken
work
Jeong.
out with him. You got on the elliptical next to him because you just wanted to be close to celebrity and talk to
Well,
him.
he was on the treadmill, and I figured we could strike up a conversation if I went on the elliptical right next to him, but Ken Jeong just kept going on the treadmill. He had headphones on, and I couldn't last that long.
What else you got, Joe?
Okay, did you really get stuck in a tree in a hot air balloon?
Yeah, my honeymoon with my wife in Napa Valley, yes.
That's a lot of hot air, too.
See, look at that. See, I think what it is Stugotz
knew
believes
that was
his
a
own
lie.
lies.
I
Stugotz
knew that was a
believes his
lie.
own lies, though.
Get Abby on the phone.
I believe that Stugotz believes his lies.
But the question is, how did you get down?
I don't remember, man.
Liar.
Because it never happened. That's why.
No, it happened. I mean, would you trust Abby
I
ahead
kept
of
telling you
a
that
lie
was just an
detector?
episode of Full House.
What else you got? Is that the last one, Joe?
No.
Or do you have another one?
Lunch is no longer
Are
on
you
me, Joe.
saddened by clearly not being in the mix to replace Bomani or highly questionable?
Am I
Clearly-
sad to not be? I'm clearly not in the mix. That I know.
Are you saddened,
you
by,
saddened by
clearly not
clearly
being-
Well,
not
it's the
being in
third
the mix?
incarnation of the show, and I haven't been involved in any one of the 3 incarnations of the show. But no, I'm fine with it because that's something for Dan and his dad. I'm totally cool with that, man. I am good. Like Dan doesn't owe me anything, man. He's done enough for me. I am good with that.
Rather lengthy response, but truthful.
What?
Oh my God!
What?
I got one by him.
So here is Joe Harper. We've got the lie detector hooked up to Stugotz. A year's worth of lies have been gathering in a file in a poisoned drum. Joe Harper sounds like Mike from Breaking Bad, and he's got similar menace. He is a decorated police officer. Go ahead, Joe, and give Stugotz another lie detector question.
Okay. Would you give up the radio show to be a regular on Around the Horn?
Ooh.
Give up the radio show to be a regular on Around the Horn? No way. No.
In about 2 minutes.
No!
No! Show.
Lies!
It's
You
here.
realize that all
Right
the
in front of
lies,
us here.
all the lies being told are the ones that are personally hurtful to me. All of the lies are crushing.
There's a theme here.
They crush my soul just a little bit.
I was good with HQ and not being a part of it.
Yeah, but you thought you slipped one by, Joe.
Oh, I
on that
definitely
one.
slipped one past him.
If you're trying to tell the truth, you need to stop yapping because you may be distorting results.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Especially these ones that really hurt Dan.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
he shouldn't be saying. He should be just saying yes or no. That's what you would advise, right, Joe?
Correctly.
If someone was trying to beat the lie detector, you would ask them to speak less than more. Correct?
Oh, yes. Yes or no only.
All right.
All right. Does it bother you that you only have one Mike and Mike appearance a week?
No.
Oh, yes, it does.
Oh, he wants to be doing all the Mike and Mike appearances. Would it bother him at all if Mike and Mike no longer existed and it was just the Stugotz show? Go ahead, Joe.
Now
What
you're
else?
talking.
Yeah, what else do you have there?
All right. Do you really have a list of people that want to kill you next to your bed? And do you have a second list you keep from your wife?
Yes.
Who have you angered, really? It's true.
It's true. He's got a list of possible suspects. If he goes missing and dies, there's a list of possible suspects. I am on it. Where am I on the list? Where am I? Have I moved up in the rankings?
Well, no, I haven't adjusted the list recently. You have been as far up, and you still are at number 4 on the list. Number
very
4, yes.
So expect a visit.
Is Allison on the list?
No, I'm on Allison's list. Like, listed. No. She is not on the list. I don't want to kill Allison. She wants to kill me.
All right, go ahead, Joe Harper.
Allison is a great producer, by the way.
Actually,
She's very
Allison, yeah, I
excellent.
confused
Yes.
that. I did. Yes, I did confuse that. Sorry,
Great.
guys.
Go ahead.
All right, did you really pitch the Mike and the Mad Dog 30-30 idea, 34-30 idea to the ESPN executive?
Yes.
Not so. Not here.
You know what?
Lies!
You know what? Here's the problem.
Lies!
No.
What's the problem? Well,
Here's the
we-
problem. At the time, I don't think the person that I pitched it to was actually an executive. He is now.
Just,
I mean,
it's a lie.
Liar.
That's it. Stop.
Liar.
Just
Liar.
stop. Don't
Liar.
compound the lies with more lies.
That's bad, man.
They're excuses. right?
Excuses. Just accept that you've told us a lie. Go ahead, Joe.
All right. Have you really turned up the air in your house to try to get people to leave during parties?
yes.
I think you tried to do that here with me.
Yes,
too.
he
It's
tried to
freezing
make
in
it a
here.
little bit
Yes, I have
colder or
done that.
hotter.
I've
An
done
old
it.
family trick. Yeah,
Yeah.
he did it too.
Yeah.
He did it.
Yeah, he
That's
definitely
true.
did
He's
it.
telling the truth.
Okay, did you and your wife really attend the Justin Bieber concert without your kids?
Yes.
Oh my God, he did.
That's the truth. Look at that.
I mean, young Bieber, old Bieber, man, he was great. He was great.
Young
Old Bieber.
All right, old
Yeah,
Bieber.
yeah.
The old young Bieber.
Yeah,
Right.
like the classic stuff at the beginning. He was good. Old Bieber song.
I
Young Bieber.
love the lies that end up being truth, that end up being, by virtue of being the truth, more embarrassing than if he had lied.
Right.
That's amazing, right?
It was a great concert, man.
What else you got there, Joe?
Did you really watch the Justin Bieber concert documentary multiple times on your own
Yes.
in front of people? Or no? Yeah, he did.
I did. I
Look
liked
at that.
it. It was
Big
good.
Justin Bieber fan.
Good, yeah.
What else you got there,
If you
Joe?
found a wallet full of money on the floor, would you return it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely not.
No!
Oh, man.
Only if there's an
And he'd keep
ATM.
running.
Only if there's an ATM and there are cameras there to show that it's him.
Oh,
And
man.
he would totally do that. If he were looking like Feinbaum, he'd be less likely to return the money to an ATM because he'd be in disguise. What else do you have there, Joe? Do you have any other questions for him?
You'd have to put a wig on this time.
Yes, not this time.
Does it upset you that when you read spots, you're urging listeners to use the promo code Dan and not the promo code Dan and Stu or just Stu? Does that upset you? That Dan gets top billing?
Hey, he's the star of the show. I'm good with it. It doesn't upset me at all.
Oh, it upsets you greatly.
I mean, I just don't get it, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm the one reading the spot, for crying out loud, and it's use promo code Dan. How about promo code Stu? Sales, let's go. Ball guy in sales, let's go.
And that's a wrap.
All right, so that is the last for this round. We've got
For this
one more
round.
round.
We have
One
one more
more round of lie detector questions. We have a big finale. Look, Joe Harper's winded. How's it? What's his score coming up now? He's got to be minus 23 or worse to be O.J. Simpson. You've done a lie detector on O.J. Simpson, the worst liar you've ever known.
No, I didn't do the test on him. I just read about him.
Okay, you just read
Okay,
about
yeah.
him. My fault.
Minus 19 and counting.
All right, so we
Wow.
try to get to minus 23, a segment from now. So we've got our final segment here of Joe Harper, the lie detector. He says that the worst score he's ever seen for a lie detector is minus 23 by O.J. Simpson. Stugotz so far today has a minus 19. What has to happen here, Joe? How many more questions do you have there? And what has to happen on these questions for Stugotz to be a worse liar than the worst liar you've ever seen, O.J. Simpson?
It's the degree of the reaction that I look for, the level of the reaction.
Okay.
That scores it. That's
Okay.
what it scores.
All right, so you can't tell us just yet. You will tell us at the end of this whether he has been worse than O.J. Simpson or not. This is the last round of questions for Stugotz.
Correct. He's getting very close.
Okay.
All right.
So here we go. Stugotz fancies himself a good liar. He's actually a terrible liar. We are now going to prove if he's the liar of all liars in the history of lying.
He's really bad.
Yeah, really bad.
Stunning.
Stunning bad. Yes, that's right.
Okay. Is it true you couldn't talk till you were 4 years old?
You've
One of these
claimed.
straps came out here, by the way. Just I don't know if that affects
Oh, is he
it.
trying to rig the system here by undoing
I'm
some of the
just telling
straps
you.
here?
No, it's my stomach, man. I haven't stopped eating since the girl's bat mitzvah.
All right, well, answer the
That they
question.
didn't go
here.
to.
Answer the question.
Yes, that is true.
So you couldn't talk until you were 4 years old.
Still can't talk. Yes, that's true.
That's not true.
Not true. Another lie.
It's the way I remember it.
Yes, Stugotz, liar.
Okay. Did you lie about why you couldn't go to Chris Coates' wedding?
Chris
Chris
Cody?
Cody's wedding.
Did I lie? No, I did not.
But you didn't go.
I did not go.
And you did lie about why you didn't go.
Liar!
Man.
Lies!
You're taking a beating here today.
Yeah, big fat check I sent Chris, though.
We're up to 22.
Yeah.
You notice how Stugotz, when he's been caught in a lie, just keeps talking, making noises, telling more lies?
We're up to 22, Dan.
Let's go. Let's get to over 23. Let's go.
Did you really know what Dan and the shipping container were doing back in November when they did the jack-in-the-box noise while you were ranting? Did you really know what they were doing?
Yes.
That's truthful in his regard. Yeah.
All right.
How could he have
That
been
just
that
means he's bad at radio.
Okay,
Yeah,
that just
yeah,
means he's
yeah.
bad at radio.
Yeah.
All right, did you actually stay up till the end of the national championship football game?
Yes.
No.
Stugotz.
Come on, man.
Classic finish that we talked
The
about.
classic finish. You faked your way through it here on the air. The championship decided in the last second of the game. You were asleep already. Lies. So many lies.
Man.
He didn't remember.
What a lie.
I remember being awake for it, to be honest with you. Oh, whatever.
Joe,
to be honest with you, I'm hooked up to a
Yes,
lie
yeah,
detector, and
yes.
it just said no, so
Yes.
whatever.
His to be honest with you, was that a lie? Joe, was that a lie?
Oh.
Did that show up as a lie? Just
Oh.
his phrase, to be honest with you, anytime he uses it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or I swear on my mother.
Yes,
That's
I
coming
swear on
up.
my mother. All right, what else we got here?
Game starts
All
with
right.
lights.
Did you really say hello to Rob Kardashian while walking a dog outside his house with your daughter?
Yes.
No, he didn't.
Oh, come on,
Say hello
man.
to Rob Kardashian.
I mean, I waited out there for hours.
What was
a
he
lame
doing walking
lie.
a dog with your daughter? What was that? What was that all
it's
about?
just he was stalking Rob Kardashian. Just weak and pathetic.
And it wasn't my dog. It was my wife's cousin's dog. I don't live in Calabasas, California. I live here, Miami.
It was probably a lookalike.
Close us out here, Joe Harper. Let's get him to
All right, did
worse
you-
than minus
Did
23.
your doctor, Charlie Shanker, really tell you to adjust your chair to the highest level to help you with your phlegm problem?
Charles did say that, yes.
Really? I think you're right.
Look at that. He's
Yeah,
not
he's right.
lying about that one.
Right. Adjust your gleckers, huh? Have you ever actually linked up with a stranger in a lazy river?
Yes.
Oh no, you
No, you did not lie. Lazy River lies.
Man.
the lazy river.
Last two questions here to see if we could get Stugotz to be the worst liar in the history of lying.
Gosh, shipping
We're
containers.
tied right now.
Yeah,
We're
shipping
tied.
containers so
this
upset.
This is the final.
This is very big. You're at minus 23 with O.J. Simpson right now.
I should concentrate.
Yes,
Do you actually love Dominique Foxworth?
Yes.
That's true.
Ooh,
He likes
look
Dominique
at
Foxworth.
this. This
Yes.
is the money ball right here for the greatest liar in the history of lies. This is a big one right here, the money ball. What do we have here as our final question on the lie detector? This is very tense. This is very big, very dramatic.
Okay. Do you want to replace Mike Francesa and do a hardcore sports radio show in New York?
Oh, man. Oh, man.
That's not an answer.
I know, Joe.
One more time. Let's give him the question
Yeah,
once
let
more.
me hear
Okay.
it one more time. Let me hear it in a sentence, Joe.
Okay. Do you want to replace Mike Francesa and do a hardcore sports radio show in New York?
No.
Oh, yes, you do. Definitely.
What is
De-
his score?
wait, it comes back definitely? What do you mean?
All right,
I mean,
hold
what do you
on.
mean?
Hold on. Let me score it.
All right, hold on a
Definitely.
second. He is going to put it on the
24.5.
Worse than OJ.
He's worse than OJ.
He's worse than OJ. He's worse than OJ. He's worse than
It's a
OJ.
rough crowd here. I'll tell you. It's a rough room to work. I'll tell you.
Flash. The only person that's going to like me after this is Dominique Foxworth.
Yes, that
That's
is
it.
correct.
That is it.
Joe, thank you for doing this again. We
you're
appreciate it. We will bring you back in a year to do it again because we enjoy it so much.
Catalog those lies.
Yes, we will catalog those lies
Not
for a
hard.
year.